Casey Tosi here. Give me just a few minutes. We have some technical difficulties involving adding Nina. So let me see if I can get her on. I may have to, let me see. Sorry.
Casey Tosi here.
Where did it go?
I'm adding Nina.
Oh.
So let me see.
Yeah, with an on-air one, you just hit start, and then you won't be broadcasting live until everyone is on and you hit start broadcast. That's when it starts recording, and whatever you do from there out will show up on your YouTube channel after. Yeah, don't use the links there. Over on the left-hand side of your screen that I can't see, hit start, and then once it pops up and you can see yourself on video, on the top of the screen there should be a little silhouette on the left-hand side of the top that has a plus symbol on it. Click that, and the link that pops up with there is the link you want to share with her.
There's 16 of you on right now. Sorry, hang on. This is just embarrassing. Hang on. I think I am on air right now. And I cannot find Nina. Okay. $22 of you now. Hang tight, everybody. I am trying to figure out how to get Nina on this call. I can't tell if you guys can see me or not. So if anyone wants to send me a private message and let them know if this is working, then that would be great. Let me tell her now. Maybe you all can hear Brian talking. Hang on.
Just remember that you have to click start broadcast to start the recording for everybody to be able to see it. And then if you leave it generically set up, whoever is talking, it will broadcast that person on the video feed. Otherwise, you can click the person's picture, whoever's hosting it, and select broadcast to everyone. And that person can talk with other people talking as well, but it will just be that person who everybody sees, or that screen who everybody sees. And then.
Okay. It's just not working for Nina. Everyone says that they can see me. Okay, let me try for 3 more minutes. Everyone's messaging me, thank you. I guess you all can see me, but for whatever reason, I cannot get Nina up here. I don't know what else to do. If anyone knows how to use this thing, I mean, I don't know what else to tell her. I'm going to try one more thing, and then I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Okay. Sorry, Brian, you're going to be broadcasting.
Casey, once you go to the event, click start.
I did.
And it should pull up the video feed. And then in the top hand side of your video feed, or the top hand part of the screen, There should be a silhouette.
There's no silhouette. I have nothing. I have screen share. No. I have nothing. Oh, that can't be it, could it? Oh, I'm glad I didn't make this public. Patty's messaging me. And okay. Oh, I'm glad I didn't make this public.
You got it.
Patty's messaging me.
Can you see me?
No, but I'm hearing a ton of echoes. What is going on? Oh, you're there!
We got it.
Did I do something? Did you do that, Brian?
No. Whatever the
finally
last
sent the
link
right
you sent
link.
was the correct one.
Okay, well, everyone welcome Brian. He helped us out. Thank you for connecting us. I really appreciate your help.
You're welcome. Y'all have a fun event.
Thanks.
And
See you later.
Okay. Oh, all right. I was panicking. I'm like, I don't see any symbols. Okay. So we have 32 people, and the whole thing has been recorded the whole time. You know, I had us live, and I'm like, I'm playing Brian, and you could probably hear him the whole time. So let me close out all of my chats of everyone telling me that they could see me. Thank you, Patty. We can see you, and you are echoing. Echo is gone. Maybe it was just me. Everyone is there. Thumbs up. You all are so sweet to have. When I said that, everyone watching sent me a message. So let me. Oh, wow.
at least you know people are paying attention, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a little embarrassing to watch back.
I think it's going to be hilarious. I'm going to make
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be like Michael Jackson. And
Okay, now I'm looking for me. Where did I go? Okay, so we'll just go ahead and get started. We have 31 people. There was a ton that responded, but that's okay. We're just going to get started because we're already 10 minutes in. So thank you, everybody, for logging in and watching. Hopefully you're snuggled up in bed and getting a little bit of a break. We want to talk about when you first enroll and the steps that you want to take from there. So but to give you a little bit about me, if you haven't met me yet, I'm Casey Tosi, Presidential Diamond. I've been in the business for a little over 3 years, and I rolled my eyes when I signed the distributor form. I did not think that it was going to be what it is today. I did not take it seriously for quite a few months. And I wish that if I could turn back the hands of time that, you know, I would have had more of a sense of urgency. And instead I just kind of was, lollygagging. I really didn't have a mission. I didn't have that urgency. And so that's why it's so important for us to do this call for you today, because there's so many of you that are new. And maybe, you know, you don't have, a lot of people above you that have all of that information. It could be a new person that enrolled a new person, and, you know, and we want to make sure that we give you that information. So, but anyway, so I never thought it would be what it was. Nina, how did you get started?
Sorry, I just got a message popped up and I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, how did you get started?
Oh, well, you should know since you enrolled me. No, actually, my 3-year anniversary is coming up in 3 days on the 14th. I will have been a distributor for 3 years. I started off as Casey Tosi's loyal customer and wanted nothing to do with the business. I didn't roll my eyes. I absolutely wanted nothing to do with it. Previously had been in another network marketing company, and although I loved the products, I hated the business side of things. So I thought, again, in my previous experience, I would be Casey's competition. So once I learned that I wouldn't be your competition, for one, that we work together as a team, but the product worked. And it worked so good that everybody jokes my results went viral. I had phenomenal results, fell in love with the product, and knew that I had a ground floor opportunity with a one-of-a-kind product you couldn't get anywhere else. And so that made my light bulb go off. Knowing that I would be helping Casey by joining the team, and knowing so many people off the top of my head that I would just be able to help that would benefit from this, it was just a no-brainer. I actually didn't have the money to get started. I borrowed it from my mother-in-law. I always say, beg and borrow, don't steal. Whatever you have to do to get started, do it. But I was not in the financial position to do that. I had spent the extra money we had on being a loyal customer and getting reps. I didn't even tell my husband about the fact that we had an auto shipment, because I didn't want him to, know that I was spending our money. But anyway, fast forward 3 years later, I've had quite a long journey. And I don't want to compare, but in comparison to some other stories, I just promoted to triple this last month. So it's taken me almost exactly 3 years to get here, but I'm here, and I've always said it's a big celebration. It still hasn't really hit me, but I've always said, and I've said since the beginning, if it takes me 5 years to become an ambassador or a millionaire, who cares? I'm a millionaire, right?
Right. All right. Well, I really like how the screen goes back and forth.
Yeah, I know. It was cool.
All right. So what we want everyone to know is we all start in the same spot. We all start as distributors. So what you're feeling right now, if you recently signed up, and maybe you're overwhelmed with the amount of information. Maybe you're feeling lost. Maybe you feel like you've already hit a dead end so early on, and we want everyone to know that we all have been there. And I think that no matter what rank you are, you still have those moments. So just know that you don't need to know everything. That's what you do need to know, is that you don't need to know everything. I like to say that I'm a self-proclaimed green in the beginning, and we'll go over personality colors as they're really important. And once I realized that you actually don't need to know everything is when my business started to fly, because I was overcomplicating things by trying to know everything. So know that you don't have to know everything. I don't know about you, Nina, but I'm still learning to this day.
Yeah, absolutely. I learn something new every day. I don't like to admit it, but I do have, I don't want to say that, but I do have a lot of green in me, and not a lot of people know that. I do spend a lot of time reading up on things. But there's things that I thought that I knew for sure. I went back and read and went, oh, I didn't know that, so 3 years in, and like you said, we're still learning.
So the first things that you want to do when you first sign up is definitely log into your back office. Now, when you enroll, you get your distributor account number as well as the password that you selected. So you just go to your website, and in the top right-hand corner, hopefully everyone has at least done this part, you log in, and you're going to want to click on the It Works You that you see at the top, and that is going to be where you're going to watch your training videos. You want to do that within the first 2 days. I think altogether it's probably going to take you about an hour. And then on top of that, you want to go through your documents. There is a document for every single product with the frequently asked questions and answers, the ingredient lists. There's a ton of really good information. I know a few distributors, or quite a few, that actually go through and print everything out, and they make a binder to be able to reference in case they don't have the internet to open up and look through. So make sure that you do that. We also have a new training, the 100-day adventure with social media. And John Eric, if you haven't met him yet, who worked for Google and now is with our company, he's been such a blessing. And if you're kind of interested on how to expand your business with social media, you should definitely purchase that. I don't know, what is that, $7 a month? Nina,
I think it's a little over $8 after like $8 something a month.
Okay.
$8.70. I think it's $8.79. But oh my gosh. Well, that's that's what you pay. There's an initial fee. I think it was $50 or $59 after conference. I think it went up to $100. But you've got to look at that. as an investment. You know, you're an entrepreneur. You know, you look at musicians and teachers and everything like that. You know, you have to study your craft, whatever it is. This is your craft. So if you, again, don't have that right away, don't think, oh, I have to dump that into it. Don't look at it that way. Put $10 aside a week, whatever it is you can do. When you've got that money, put it in. You know, personal development and everything like that is a huge part of this business, something that I personally fought a lot in the beginning. But it's only going to improve you. You know, you're here to improve and continue becoming greater and greater. Like, you know, me and Casey just talked about, we're still learning. You're always learning. You're always, you know, trying to better yourself. And it's a fantastic tool. And John Eric is a phenomenal human being. So it would be absolutely beneficial when you can to get that training.
Yes, absolutely. And then, you know, something else you're gonna want to do is post on a Facebook. Okay, so you're gonna have a introductory post where you let the world know that you're a rap girl or a rap guy. As silly as it sounds, some people are kind of nervous to use social media. And usually the nerves come from, you know, basically posting to an audience. It could be a worldwide audience. It could be, you know, 500 friends. It could be 500, 5,000. But, you know, you have to kind of get over yourself and get out of your own way and post that and be excited about it. And the best thing to post are your personal results. If you don't have any, like, you know, Nina was a loyal customer before she became a distributor, so she had her results. I didn't. I just used other people. So, you know, make sure that they are, please make sure that there's someone on our team, someone that you know. That way, when you have the haterades come around, you know, the hater's been drinking too much haterade, and they say, well, you know, this isn't real, it's Photoshop, different lighting. You could always have that person back you up on there. But you always want to make sure that, you know, for your credibility, that it's not an image that you Google. There are a lot of distributors that don't really know what they're posting, and then once one of them posts, the other one shares it, and then someone else shares it, and it wasn't even our product, or it just wasn't a good picture to begin with. So make sure that you're getting them from us. We have a ton of pictures of people we've wrapped that you know, of ourselves. So use those, but be excited about it. Something else that I want to go over besides that Facebook post, and if any of you need help posting, we try our best to do posts of the day on our team pages. But, you know, it's not that difficult. You know, kind of see what the posts of the days have been in the past, and then, you know, change the wording up a little bit, change the picture, and post it that way. You know, on the Team Extreme Rap Attack page, on my team page, there's a Files tab, and there is on all of them. If you go to the top of the page, you click on Files, and if you're on a desktop, it shows right up. If not, maybe I should just do it on my phone to be able to show all of you. If you go on your phone, and I know there's a way to do this through this Google Hangout, but I'm not going to even try. If you look here, I have the Team Rap Attack page. See this banner? I'm just going to click on it. Okay. Hello? I'm not looking at it. Let me just click on it on this side. Oh, no, it's just my phone freezing.
You need to step in.
Hang on. Yeah, if you can pull it up before me,
Yeah.
let's race.
Okay, I'll see if I can do it before you. Hold on.
It's like my phone is too close to the computer, and it's all kinds of confused. You got it?
Okay, yeah, so if you guys can see, what Casey was trying to do is you just click on the top picture here, the banner, and it's going to do the same thing for me.
Nah.
It's not giving me the option.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Isn't that weird? If you click on this banner and you're not right in front of a computer, I swear, something comes up and it allows you to see.
Actually, I think that the app changed because it just happened to me. So now what it's showing, it says join, add members, and more. You click on more, and then it'll say view group info, and you click on that, and that's where you're going to find the photos, the files, the members, all the information. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there you go. That's what it looks like. And you
there we go. I saw it. Perfect.
Yeah, you get that again by clicking more. There's all 3 dots right there. So.
Thank you. So go through the files. We have, Nina, myself, Melissa, so many of us have done these types of trainings, or through, it's been conference calls, how to sign customers, how to sign distributors, just tips and advice, important calls, videos, links. They are all on that Files tab. So please sign in during your leisure time. A lot of this is personal growth and personal development. And if you aren't willing to research the answers before asking and posting about them, you're missing out on so much. Plus, when you have a distributor signing up, would you want them messaging you all the time? Well, kind of, you do, hopefully. But you want them to know. You want them to look for it. And you, as their sponsor and leader, want to be able to tell them how to find these things. Not, oh, just post it to Casey's page or post it to Nina's page or whoever. You want to make sure that you have that information. It is right there at your fingertips. We have spent hours and so much of our time putting these calls together and recording them. So please take the time when you have those questions, listen to all of those first, research inside of your e-suite in your back office, but there is so much information at your fingertips, and no, you don't have to know everything, but please take the time to educate yourself so you do know where to find things. Don't wait for your starter kit. Don't at all. In fact, I'm tempted with, I was thinking about it today as I was writing down the notes, Nina, is that I want to, gosh, I'm so shiny. I want to maybe when I enroll someone, reward them if they can get 4 customers before their kit comes in. Because you don't need your kit. What is that? It's a cardboard box. It's a nice one with, wraps in it. And now it's got the 4 tubes of defining gel and whatnot. But you shouldn't have to wait on that. That's not going to do anything for you. Everything is right here already for you in our team pages, in your back office. You don't have to wait for that to come in. Do not wait for that to come in. Get started right away. And as I said with Facebook, I don't know what you think, Nina, but I think at least, at the bare minimum, posting once a day. And not just posting what the products do and before and afters, but you doing them. People going through Facebook, and I don't know how all of you started, but I would love an outlet that if I had known about this when I was working my job, I was unhappy, in many ways. And all I would do is scroll through Facebook and see everyone else hating their jobs too, and stuck in traffic and not being, not feeling appreciated. And if I had seen someone taking selfies with their Blitz card, or I'm, at a meeting, or even tonight saying, I just had an amazing, time with 140 of my friends, or however many people RSVP'd on the internet, and that people might kind of raise an eyebrow, like, what are you doing that you're hanging out with that many people on the internet? But it gets people's attentions, and they get to see that you're having a good time. So definitely keep that in mind as well.
I want to add on to that, Casey. Something really important that Casey's talking about. We strive, you use social media. You can't post one time and think that every single person saw it, and so you're done. You don't have to mention it ever again because you don't want to annoy people. When you post matters, you need to post in the morning, like around 8 o'clock in the morning, not 6 o'clock or 10 o'clock. Like around 7:38 is a really good time to post. Or same thing in the, maybe around lunchtime, and people are on their breaks looking through their phone, or in the late evening for the night owls. But when you post matters, but what you post matters. The things that Casey was just talking about, holding a Blitz card, being in a meeting, people are scrolling, and I find myself doing it too. I don't always like to sit and read what somebody wrote. It's got to be eye-catching. It's got to be personal. It's got to be fun. You want to draw people in. You're on an adventure with this. So what you post matters. Don't post join my team, $99, it'll change your life, or greens, 8 servings of fruits and vegetables, get you some. You got to be exciting. I'd take a picture of my daughter asking for it, mixing up the greens on herself. Or I posted last week, my son literally came and asked me if he could mix some for my husband and his daddy because he needed energy. That was his exact words. That picture got like 94 likes on it. People are watching and paying attention, but I post, and what I think is really important, I think I'm actually going to start highlighting those of you who do really good, thoughtful posts so people can see what we're talking about. Talk about what you're doing. Talk about how you put it into your everyday life. Talk about the products that you're using, because that's what matters to people. They're not buying what you have, they're buying you. So put it out there and just make it personal always before you post things. Is it personal, or do I sound like a robot trying to sell something? So just always keep that in mind.
I like that a lot. Having a dream board, and when you get your starter kit, there's one in there. But guys, when you first start, remember why. Why did you sign up with us? Did you do it for your children? Did you do it, like I did for, a pedicure? I didn't want to ask my husband for money. Maybe like Nina, you started to earn some income because you wanted to make a difference in other people's lives and be able to sponsor a child in need. Or, maybe it's for a car payment. Maybe it's, to be able to take your kids to Chick-fil-A without counting pennies. So you have to kind of remember why you start, but then also think about what you want to accomplish. I think my dream board, if I were to pull it up from the beginning, I wrote, some things I won't say out loud, but I wrote patio furniture. I wrote, I think I did as far as like getting my husband a boat was on there. And then, pedicures, of course, were on there. I put an idea of what I wanted my paycheck to be, and I would be like super thrilled. And it was $2,000 a month. So it's kind of funny to think back. I'm visualizing that dream board, and I've been able to cross off everything on there, including that paycheck. It's so crazy how much more you can make in this business. But maybe your goal is, maybe that's where you think, like that's where you want to be. And man, I'm telling you, you're going to get there. And when you get there, you're going to create a whole new dream board. But have that so that you can look at it every day and remind yourself, what you've been able to accomplish. Start small, dream big, but give yourself, a pat on the back. If it's selling 4 wraps that month so that you can have that $100, maybe it's someone to clean your house. Have those dreams. You have to dream with this business. And if you don't, it's sad because that's corporate America. I wasn't used to dreaming anymore. I was used to working a job and working to live, I should say. And it took the life out of me. I mean, I was still me, and I felt like a robot, and I don't know. I'm very blessed and so thankful for this company because it really has changed me. I'm so much happier, and I have a couple of my previous employees at that job on my team now, and they even say, like, Casey, we can totally see a change in you, and you're just so much more fun. And I'm not their boss anymore, I'm their friend, so there's a big difference there too. But provide that light for other people, and some people just need to see that. So dream with this business. You can. I'm letting you know right now, if you feel like you've been beat down by the world, you can dream now, baby, because your dreams will come true if you do not give up and if you work hard for them. And the way I look at it is, invest in your time. There are several of you on this call right now that might prefer to be snuggling up with their husband or with their kids if they're still awake, or maybe you forego putting them to bed. Maybe they're watching a movie so that you could do this right now, or you have them distracted, or maybe you could be going out tonight and you chose to stay in. And you don't always have to do that, but I call those investments, not sacrifices, because those of you on it right now, you have invested in yourself and in this business by tuning in. And your business will be blessed because you're going to take a lot from this, I hope. But have those dreams, and be sure to dream again. Have a launch party. If your sponsor is unavailable, if you've tried to work with them and have them there with you, guys, you shouldn't have to do this alone. But have that launch event. It doesn't have to be called party. Some people are turned off by that word. Nina and I are firm believers of that. You don't want to feel like you have to buy something if you go somewhere. So invite people just to hang out. They don't have to buy anything. And a lot of times when people are just watching and they're not paying for the wrap, they do end up signing as customers because they get to see it all, and they probably feel really good that you didn't force them in anything. But have that launch party, because you know what your first set of goals are with this business? 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. That is your goal. Baby steps, tunnel vision. Focus on one thing at a time. You know, your goal, of course, would be to get to Ruby, because we'll talk about that with that great Ruby bonus. But focus on getting those 4 loyal customers, because with that, you get $120 in free product. You get to pick whatever you want with that. And then you get 2 wrap rewards, because for every 2 loyal customers you get a wrap reward, which is a box of 4 wraps worth $100 for only $25. That's $200 cash in products for $50, you know, by getting those 4 loyal customers. So work on that. And, you know, you see Nina, my triple diamond here, she started out as a loyal customer. So please don't ever think that you don't have success because, oh, I haven't signed any distributors yet. You signed a customer, and that customer might be the distributor that changes your business. And I'm so blessed to have Nina on my team, and she was one of my customers.
You know, I have a lot of customers who have turned distributors. You know, and I think I just want to add on to that, Casey, is that, you know, you need to keep up with your customers. Sometimes it gets hard, you know, especially if you transfer them. Try to be as organized as you can. It's something that I'm constantly working on. Write down your customers' names when they enrolled so you can keep in contact with them. Make sure they're happy with their products. And if they're not, make some new suggestions. But, you know, be involved with your customers, because they absolutely can be somebody who decides that they would like to join your team, like I did myself.
Right. And have a 100s list. If you go to your documents, you can see, God, I don't have it right next to me, but you can click on the document tab, and you can actually, you'll have, it prints out a 100s list. It literally says 100 list, and then 100 lines. Name, phone number, and I think there's a 3rd column. So start writing people's names down. There's also a memory jogger, and basically what that is two papers that you'll print out, and it helps you think. Memory, it jogs your memory of, it'll say, you know, it says doctors, personal trainers, I don't know, there's different fields it has listed, friends, family. And that way, while you're making your 100s list, which in my opinion, I'd start with my phone, then I'd go through Facebook friends that aren't distributors or customers yet, and then I would go through that memory jogger, and you might be able to create 3 100s lists. I mean, you might think that you don't know a whole lot of people because you're not in contact with them every day because life gets in the way, but you have people. So write their names down. And then I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Nina, who's going to talk about, we're going to go kind of dive into our loyal customer program.
Yes. So loyal customer program, it's a great program. And I think that how you present it has a lot to do with people wanting to join this program. So that being said, there's some absolute do's and don'ts when you talk about this program. A lot of people, or actually I should say a lot of companies, don't give you an option to get wholesale pricing. You have to sign up as a distributor, and a lot of people join a lot of network marketing companies just so they can get the discount. This company gives people the option. As much as I absolutely hands down love this business opportunity, it's not for everybody, or it's just not the time for them to join. So they have the option to become a loyal customer. You never, ever, ever want to use 2 specific words, commitment and start off with the word auto shipment. I never not tell people what they're signing up for. It's just how you tell them. I've had, I think, 2 retail customers in the 3 years that I've been doing this, because the loyal customer program is so fantastic. It's probably also easy for me, having started out as a customer. I can always, you know, talk about it well. You want to use the words flexible and no monthly minimum. Those are the kind of words that you want to use. So when somebody asks you, you know, that they want to try the products or whatnot, or how much are the products cost, I tell them it's this much retail, this much wholesale. I don't say this much retail, this much loyal customer, because right off the bat, I'm assuming that they're only interested in being a customer. You never want to do that. Your job is to present to them what we have. We have an amazing customer program and an amazing business opportunity. So get away from the term loyal customer and start using wholesale and see what difference that makes. So that's step number one. So they'll come back, okay, what's wholesale pricing? And then I come back and say, wholesale pricing is the discount you get through our wonderful discount customer program, being a loyal customer, or as a distributor. Well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is you can save money, or you can save money and earn money. What works for you? You know, and as I'm talking about this, I hope you kind of see where I'm coming from. You throw a little bit out, let them come back to you. Throw a little bit out, let them come back to you. Me and Casey always laugh back when we got started. And we looked through our old messages. All we did was all over people. It's this and that and the other, and we just word vomited on everybody. So try not to word vomit on people. You know, throw a little bit out there and see what they're going to come back with you. So they say, okay, well, you know what? Right now, you know, that does sound, making money sounds good. Right now, I would just like to try the products. Awesome. Well, our loyal customer program, you get wholesale pricing on all the products. And you know, what products were you thinking of trying? You know, and then talk to them that way. And if they come back and talk about the price, or they're on a budget, you know, I ask them questions. Are you on a budget? What are your goals? Stuff like that. Then you offer them the products that we have to work to fit their budget and to fit what they're wanting to do. So this is the part where a lot of people trip up on, saying, oh, it's a 3-month commitment, and you know, after that you can cancel, blah, blah. I stay away from the word commitment. I tell them that they have an option. They can either pay a membership fee up front, like you do at Sam's or Costco or places like that. They can pay the fee. They can order whenever they want, and they get the discount. Or they have the option to order any product they want once a month for 3 months, and after that they can cancel it, and they will get the discount for life, and they waive the membership fee. And I kind of let that settle in, and then see what questions they come back. So say they say, okay, I want to do 3 months. I let them know, wonderful. You'll get 10% back on all your purchases. There's no minimum to what you have to spend each month. So if you want to order the greens this month, it's $33. Next month you like fat fodders, that's $23. The month after that you like wraps, that's $59. I let them know. If they would like to cancel after 3 months, they can, and they waive the membership fee. But if they'd like to continue ordering, that's when they get free shipping. You know, there's other perks that come along with it. I try not to overwhelm them, but I let them know. If they say, okay, I'll sign up, get their information and try to enroll them. If they say, well, how does this work? Say, well, I have a website. I can put your order in for you if you'd like. And if they're really adamant about doing it themselves, then you can send them your link. But try as best as you can to get their information. People get busy. Life happens. They always forget. They're going to, you know, forget to order, and then you don't want to be hounding them. You know, so it's best if you can just get their information and then you can enroll them. After I enroll somebody, that's when I let them know that since they ordered on the 15th of the month, it's going to run on the 15th of every single month. I let them know that they have up until 2 days before their order ships to change what it is they're ordering. And they should get an email about 5 days before. But this is where your organization kind of comes in. If you're keeping track of your customers, you know, I would give it about a week or two before you know their auto shipment is scheduled to run. Check in with them. See if they would like to change what it is they're ordering, how they're liking their products. Are they using their products? Because we all know they don't do any good just sitting on a shelf, right? So it'd be good to check in with them. Let them know they can change the day that it runs on. They can change what it is they're ordering, and they can change their form of payment. You've got to let them know all these things. Talk up about how flexible the program is. You know what I mean? That way I let people know. And if they say, you know, I'll throw in the word auto shipment sometimes, but I don't lead with that. I don't lead with auto shipment, and I don't say 3-month commitment. Those 2 words right there scare people off. So I think that you learn as you go. The more you do it, you know, it's easy for me to sit and talk about it because I've been doing it for so long. If you'd like to get with your leader, get with the person who enrolled you, if they're new to, reach up to your diamond upline, double diamond, triple presidential, whoever it is, and let's role play back and forth with each other. You know, you can be the customer and we can be the distributor, and we can show you how the conversation should go. I know that there is some videos out there too that show that, or screenshots or whatever it is. That's another thing too. If you've got a conversation starting with a potential and you really don't know where to take it, send your screenshot to your sponsor. Let us help you walk through that conversation so you can see how to do it properly, using the right terms without overwhelming them, but giving them all the information. You know, you want to make sure that you let people know if they cancel before the 3 months, they do pay that membership fee. You know, you don't want to have an angry customer. You don't want to sign people up and not give them the details either. So be aware of doing both. Don't word vomit and don't not tell them all the details either. The end.
I kind of have you still talking.
Oh, what else would you like me? I'm sorry. What was I was going to talk about color
That's
personality
okay.
next.
I kind of paused and I was like, the servant leader.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I had my notepad on the floor. I got
That's
something.
okay. You're on a roll. Just keep on going.
So, okay, well, that's one thing me and Casey, you know, we kind of coordinated notes and what we wanted to talk about. And one of those things, a term that I learned not until being in this business, and I heard it from Cindy Pentecost, our CEO's wife, sweetest lady. You know, if you don't know the owners of this company, you need to friend them on Facebook, follow them. They're the most phenomenal people, giving, loving, faithfully driven people I have ever met in my entire life. The fact that they run this company is mind-blowing. But one term that I learned from her at a corporate event was being a servant leader. What that means is you need to put your focus on your team, on your customers, the people that you're enrolling. You know, a lot of times, you know, I think every single person, it doesn't matter what your color, personality, your why, whatever reason you joined this business, it doesn't matter. We're all here to make money, right? That's just the way it is. We can really get caught up in our own paycheck. We can get caught up in our own promotions. We can get caught up in our own goals and our own whys without remembering these people that you're bringing on this journey with you. So when you're being a servant leader, you know, you really need to take the focus off yourself, put your focus on your team and pour into them, as we say. So maybe you got started a couple months ago and you really wanted to get that bonus and it just didn't happen. This is not the time to sit back and pout and woe is me and I missed my goal, now what am I going to do? You know, in the process, you probably signed up some customers. You might have signed up a distributor, maybe 2 or 3, or, you know, whatever it is. You need to focus on your team that you're enrolling. Don't get caught up in a chart. Don't get caught up in a title or promotion and lose track of your job. Your job is to be a leader. You know, we'll touch more on this in a little bit, but there's a big difference between being a leader and a manager. Me and Casey have talked about this over the couple years, that we both have, you know, tried to kind of learn what that means because we both came from retail management positions. So when you're used to being in a management role, it's kind of difficult to switch gears and become a leader. So not only a leader, but a servant leader at that. So being a leader means you lead by example. You know, we're not managers. We're not here to tell people what to do and how to do it. You lead by example. But what you need to do is get to know your team, these people. It doesn't matter if it's a friend you've had for 20 years or somebody that you met in a Facebook group. Pour into your team, get to know them, get to know their whys. When you enroll somebody, make sure you set them up for success. You have got to be the one to take the bull by the horns and set up their launch party. Set up when they're going to, you know, when they're doing their training videos. Let them know about corporate events. Let them know about team calls. You know, tag them in posts. Reach out to them. Be personal. But you've got to be the one to do that. People don't get into this knowing exactly what to do. You don't sign somebody up, all right, fill them out my chart, next person, sign them up, put them in that box on my chart, next person, and then sit back and be like, nobody's doing anything. Well, you know, sometimes we need to take a look in the mirror, and that's not always easy to do. Take the focus off of yourself. Stop worrying about promoting and charting and everything. You know, that is absolutely an important part of this business, and you know how to do it. But as long as you're following your steps to success, but you are pouring into the people that you are enrolling, that is going to make your business explode.
You know, that's, you know, with the overcomplicating, it drives me crazy. And if you've done this, it's okay because you're new and you didn't know. But when someone says, Casey, and they're like, you know, a month in, I really need to know how to chart. You need to teach me how to chart. And I'm like, I can't teach you until you're as you're enrolling people. That's when you contact your upline and we should kind of talk to you about where they're going to go in the chart. but there's no secret charting. You know, once you know how to do it, doesn't make it, I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, Nina? It's not like charting is going to create success for you. It's creating the success and then just kind of placing the distributors on the chart. So you have to get them first, and then we can kind of teach you how that goes. But yeah, definitely that's overcomplicating, thinking, you know, that once you have that knowledge that it's just going to, you know, like, oh my God, I know how to chart now, so people are going to start coming to me, right?
But your charts change. When I chart, I usually have 3 to 4 out for each leg, as you want to say, because it could go so many different directions. You know, going triple diamond, I had like 3 possibilities for a double diamond. You know what I mean? So it changes constantly, and that's why I said you really need to focus on the team, the people on there. You know, help them to learn the steps to success, help them enroll people. That will make your business grow. I didn't really understand that the first time I heard that talked about it at a corporate event between Cammie Dempsey and Cindy Pentecost. I know those 2 were the first ones I heard talk about being a servant leader, and I didn't really understand that. You know what I mean? You get like, oh, no, I want to, you know, hone in on, you know, me and, you know, what my focus is. And it's something you really have to be focused on. It has to be very, what's the word? I can't think of the word that I'm looking for here, but, you know, it needs to be, that's going to drive me nuts. Anyway,
It'll come to you.
It begins with a P, whatever the word is I'm thinking of. Maybe you're sitting there going, it's this word, Nina. Message it to me if you hear it. But, you know, basically you need to be really focused on what it is you're doing. And the people that you're enrolling, like I said, focusing on them. Purposeful, that's the word I was looking for. It has to be very purposeful when it comes to doing this. So I think we almost have to retrain our brain on how to think, because sometimes, especially if you are really money oriented and everything, you know, you really have to remember that these are people that you're enrolling with whys and dreams and hopes, and they need leadership and guidance. They don't need management. They need leadership, guidance, and focus, and you're there to help them do that. And by taking yourself out of the equation, putting your focus, and I've said this before, and I'm sure Casey would want me to touch on this, you know, when you look at a steps to success chart, it's 3 distributors, 3 people. Focus on those 3, that magic number of 3. That's what should be taking your attention for the month. When I have months where I sign up a lot of distributors, I feel very overwhelmed sometimes, because I want to make sure everybody gets my focus and my attention. So focus on that magic number of 3. Pour into those 3 people. Teach them what to do, and then they'll do the same thing. Lead by example. You know, pour into them, and then they'll pour into their team just like you poured into them. If you
there are 2 things. Yeah, there are 2 things that can steal your joy: living in the past and comparing yourself to people. So when you're sitting there and you're seeing all these promotions, and maybe it's your first month and you're already being so hard on yourself, well, I didn't promote yet, or, you know, I've been in for 3 months and I haven't promoted yet. You have to stop comparing yourself to other people, and, you know, realize that some people build really fast, and I'm not knocking those that do. But most of the people on my team do not build fast. And I don't know if I've set that in motion or what, but the thing about building fast, Nina's saying 3 people, if you're signing up 10 distributors in 1 month, cool, good job. But I panic thinking, how does this person have time for 10 individuals when I barely have enough time for the ones I already have, let alone the new people that I bring on? If I enroll more than 2 distributors in 1 month, I have a hard time giving more of me to them. And if you are one of those distributors listening to this and you were signed up and you don't feel like you've gotten the help that you needed, of course, first, let's go back through here. You've watched your training videos. You've gone through your documents. You've gone through your e-suite. You've posted to Facebook once a day, if not twice a day. You've gone on the files tab. You've listened to the calls. You've watched the recordings. You watched the webinars and everything in front of you. And you are still having problems. And the person that enrolled you might have quit. They might have been new. They might not really be interested in this, but you want to push harder. Then that's when you're going to reach up to the next person in line. If you don't know, you know, if you're anyone watching this, you're probably somewhere under me, unless you're a sideline watching. But, you know, I would be more than happy to help you, but everyone here has a dime and upline. A few of you don't, and your upline is just me. But most of you have that. So, you know, there's that layered leadership. And if you're not getting that, then we are more than happy to help you. If you have exhausted all of your resources and you're still having problems, please approach us. The only thing that I get perturbed about is the, you know, what do I do? And then I suggest, and it's just excuse. But focus on those people. And hopefully you've had your launch party and someone's there to help you. Not everyone's going to run with it. Like Nina said, you kind of have to figure that out. And if you're watching this, I'm assuming that you're runners. I see the number going up and down, and I'm not sure if people are getting tired of us and exiting out or internet issues, but, you know, you're watching this. So you're eager to learn. You're hungry for information. And the people that show me that they want to be better at this, they come to events, they log into trainings, they're on corporate calls, and those are the people that I want to invest my time in, not the ones that talk to me all the time about how much they want to be successful, but then they put little time into it and give me excuses. Not overcomplicating things was, you know, we've gone over that. Blitz, wrap, repeat. I mean, they have it on our t-shirts. It might seem silly, but it's as simple as that. And Nina has said before, sometimes it's so simple that people end up overcomplicating it because they're like, how is this possible? How are people making, you know, $50,000 a month doing these same steps? There has got to be something else. But there's not. You've got this Blitz card, and you're going to hand these out. I've got them. I brought them. So I've got a man one and a woman one. I try to have each because when I hand this to a guy, he's like, oh, cool, disability. And I'm like, you have to check that one out. So personality colors, I'll go through it really quick. I know we're nearing 10 o'clock. So I'm a blue. Most of you know that. I thought I was a green because I wanted to know everything about everything when I signed up because I was such a skeptic that I was like, there's no way. Someone gave me one of these, and I threw it out. And then I saw it on Facebook, and I was like, you know, a few weeks later, I was desperate to get some of these baby, you know, marks and loose skin and all that away. So I was like, okay, fine. You know, so it's because someone left their Blitz card somewhere. That person, I could have been their presidential diamond. So there's another clue. Don't just leave these as a waste of money. Talk to people. You're your best sales tool. And, you know, you have... Whenever someone has a question, if you could get them on the phone, if you could do a Facebook audio, something where they can hear you or see you, which is why we want to suggest the rap sessions, rapping the map, the one who raps the most wins, because they have an hour of time with you. And chances are you're a good person and you want to succeed and you want to do well, and they will smell that. They will see that. So, you know, don't just leave these places. If I found one, I would definitely not call the person. But, you know, some people do. We've got magnets on our cars, and you might not always be able to see me in the car, but people call me from that. So personality colors. I'm a blue. I like to have a great time, a good time, a fun time. Every meeting, I usually always have a cocktail. Here's mine. I have a lot of get-togethers. Little parties at my house, always kids involved and whatnot, you know, family girl, but I like to have fun, and I'm excited, and I love that this business has brought me friendships. So a blue is interested in having fun, and you'll know that when you hand them this Blitz card, and you just say, here, can I give you my coupon? Here, can I give you my card? Hi, have you ever heard of this? And you just hand it over, and the person who talks first that loses. Well, you know, it's you initiating it. And you're going to hand it over, and, you know, sometimes you get like, oh, okay, well, what is it? And you're like, oh, shoot. I don't know. Like, this was the question I was scared to get asked, but you're going to get asked that. So you're like, oh, well, this is it, and this is what it does. And, you know, they're still looking at it, right? So you're looking at it. But, you know, a blue is going to see host a party, probably like, oh, I could host a get together, cool. Okay, how do I do that? And then you're gonna respond to them from there. Yellows are people that like to help others. People like to claim that they're the rainbow, and we really all are, and you have to be the rainbow to be able to deal with all the different personality colors, right? But you're predominantly one color. Nina was a yellow. She's kind of a yellow-red. I'm not sure anymore. She's to me a blue, but that's because I'm her friend and outside of.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier. I said my personality is blue. My predominant color and reason for doing this business is yellow, because I saw this as an opportunity to help people who were struggling like I was, and all these people that I could help with this. That was the reason that I wanted to do this. But also I saw an opportunity to make money being a stay-at-home mom. But again, I want to make money so I can retire my mom, so I can maybe open an animal shelter, so I can sponsor a child. All these things I want to do are to do with giving back. But I'm also a little bit of green in there too. Everybody calls me the compliance Nazi or compliance queen.
You are.
Same thing with me. And I asked Casey, how does this work? What's in it? How long do the results last? Why? I asked all these questions. I love to know the ins and outs and whys and who, what, where, when, whatever, with everything. I'm a detail person. I love the details. Casey mentioned having to be a rainbow, and that's really, we are all rainbows, but she's predominantly blue, I'm predominantly yellow when it comes to the reasons why we joined the business. You do need to be understanding to color personalities. You do need to be flexible with your colors. It's not going to be too much of anything. When you're too blue, you're not going to grow a business. You're just going to have fun all the time. And when the fun stops, the party stops, you're just going to kind of fade out. If you're too red and you're too money-oriented and you're too concerned with your paycheck, same thing, your team is not going to be motivated. You're not going to be a servant leader. Your paychecks aren't always going to be great, and you're going to fade out. If you're too yellow, and this was something that I struggled with for over a year, it's been my struggle for a lot, is wanting this more for people than they want it for themselves. Not letting go of the dead. I just have my, crash cart to try to, resuscitate people that, I feel that have just kind of given up, and I can't let them go. Too green. You can waste so much time thinking that you have to know everything about everything, because you can't stand the thought of somebody asking you a question you don't know the answer to. So don't be too honed in on your color. Learn to be flexible, be a rainbow. But also, too, that's going to help you with dealing with your team. You want a rainbow on your team. You need reds. You need yellows and blues and greens. And you want to know how to lead them properly. So I do know, I'm pretty sure in the TIWA page, I know in my team page, up in files, there's the color personality file that goes into extreme detail. Do yourself a favor and take that and read up on it and get familiar with it.
Do you have a Blitz card in front of you?
What's that?
Do you have a Blitz card?
I don't.
Oh, I was going to pretend I'm handing you one, and then, you take it, and then, role play.
You can role play. I think that's a really good idea. I'll pretend with my phone.
Here, do you want to hand me the card? Because I'll have it here.
Hey,
So I'm going to show you what a green does. Okay, so we're at the coffee shop, and I'm going to be a green.
Okay. Hi there. Is it okay if I give you my coupon?
Hi. Yeah. Okay. As I sip on my coffee. It's kind of funny. Oh, I got to talk to be seen. Okay, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? It's easy, affordable, and fun. This is a green. Green's gonna be like 10 minutes of reading.
And while she's looking at that, you know what I'm doing? I have to physically tap my fingers, pinch my cheek with my teeth. I physically do something to keep myself from talking. Because like Casey said, the first person who talks loses, number one. Number two, the only other reason that I don't want to talk is because I don't know what she's thinking about. At this point, I don't know what color she is. If she's sitting here being a green, so she's going to ask me some questions in a minute. But if I start talking and say I'm really red, and I start talking to her about all the money that you can make with this, and it's $25, it's going to turn her off. So since I need to sit and shut my mouth and be quiet so she can show me what color she is.
Okay, so 10 minutes goes by, right?
Okay, yes.
So, what is it?
Oh, well, it's this amazing body wrap. If you turn it over, that's what it looks like. And those are the places we can put it. And the back there shows what it does.
Oh, okay. So what's in it?
It's got a lotion on it. I'm really, I can get you some list of ingredients, but it's the lotion on there that does the tightening and toning and firming.
Do you have pictures?
What's that?
Is this you?
Oh no, that's not me. I do have my before and afters on my phone here. See, those are my personal results.
Wow, that's amazing. There's 4 of them. What you said you did 4 wraps on that picture. So, what do you stack them all up on top of each other?
Oh no, it's a one-time use wrap. If you want to try one, those are your 2 options on the card there. Well, let me know when you'd like to try one, and we can get together, and I can answer all your questions.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess thank you. I'm gonna continue to drink my coffee, and you have a great day.
Hey, sure. You know what? Do you have Facebook by chance?
Oh, I was just getting back to my. I have. Everyone has Facebook, right?
Oh, okay. Well, if it's okay with you, I can add you as a friend. I do a weekly giveaway with my wraps. I'd love to.
Oh, so I can get this
to my
free?
list.
I mean, I like free. Yeah, all right. Well, my name is Casey Jean Tosi. Here's my phone.
Wonderful. Thank you. All right, got it.
This is so cute. I'm having fun. I don't know if anyone else is, but this is fun. So that's a great. What I love about what you just did, and I was like, oh, we didn't practice this. I hope she does it. Is she asked me for my information. If you hand that out and you walk away, I'm sorry, but it's going somewhere. I mean, they're this big, so they don't get lost in a in a purse. So don't buy the business cards; it's a waste. It's going to be found, but I love that she got my information because I'm busy. And I mean, anyone that knows me, if you're in any other business and I said I'd buy something, you got to bug me every day until I buy it because I will forget. So if you don't have my information and you're not persistent, I'm too busy. I'm not going to call this person anymore. The previous version of me, where I wasn't that busy and I was, just staying at home looking through the internet all the time, looking for things to do. So I love that she did that. And being her friend on Facebook, now I get to watch all of her posts on how much she loves what she does. So I might come around to that as well in the opportunity. A red, is going to look, that's why the $25 is in red on this, guys, is because a red is going to be more about, well, what do they get out of this? If I host a party, I mean, I'm not about partying, I get one for free, but how can I make this money? What do I get out of it? Do you give me, a percentage? What are my benefits? And then you go through the conversation based on whatever color personality they are, and that's kind of the same with a distributor. I mean, but we're not. We'll focus just on the newbie to Ruby. I could go on forever, but make sure we did a call about the personality colors. There's documents about the personality colors. A lot of this is how to handle different people, and I have a lot of new people that even recently have told me they feel like they've hit a brick wall. They feel like they haven't signed anyone. Guys, I went close to 6 months without signing one person, one distributor, one customer, and I felt like I was a fraud. I would get on my team page and I'd post motivational things and I'd encourage my team. I'd do contests for my team. This, I believe, was 2 years ago, so I was a double diamond. And I wasn't signing anyone, and I was getting in my own way. When you say out loud that you hit a brick wall and you're frustrated, that's all you're seeing. You're not seeing what you've accomplished. You're not seeing what you can accomplish. You're focusing on that moment, and you're attracting that to you. And, Nina got me into this. If you ever have free time, write down The Secret, and there's, a movie online, there's a book you can read. But what is going through your mind? When they say when it rains, it pours, if you're having negative thoughts, I'm telling you, it is so crazy. You can even practice it if you want, but I don't suggest it. When you're thinking something negative and you think about the other negative things that could happen, the domino effect, wouldn't you believe that, I was going to say a bad word, that stuff just starts happening. And it's like, your day could not get any worse. And so that's all you're focusing on. You know, you have to fake it till you make it. Guys, if you're watching this, think about where you want to be in this business and see that every day you are. If you're not yet a Ruby, you are a Ruby. Your passwords are Ruby. Nina and I were talking about this too. When you have to type it into your computer every day as a password, or, you know, not to give out everyone's passwords, but when you're having to write it down like the day of the month on a check, or who uses checks anymore, you know what I mean, you remember it, right? Like I don't even know what day it is sometimes because I'm not even writing it down. So you have to have something that you see every day that reminds you of where you want to be, just like the dream boards. You have to believe that that's what you are. And if you're not an ambassador, walk, talk, breathe, you know, whatever, as though you are an ambassador, and people will be drawn to that. A lot of this is confidence, and if you don't have that confidence, if you don't have a passion in the product, maybe the wraps, maybe you're a twig, and the wraps really aren't going to do much for you. You need to do the hair, skin, and nails. You need to do the confianza. Go to the Team Wrap Attack page, because I created a supplements testimony thread. Because maybe the confianza will change your life. Maybe the hair, skin, and nails will grow it out. Maybe the greens will take you off prescription medications. You have got to find something so that you believe in this as much as we do, because once you catch that vision, you are an It Works lifer, and there will be nothing that makes you, you know, want to, not makes you, but, you know, you can tear through every wall. The hardest part right now, guys, is going to be the haters and the fact that maybe some weeks you're not going to sign up people. That's okay. Like I said, 5 months of it for me. But when I look back and I look in the mirror, I was in my own way. I was in my own head. I created that for myself. I wasn't reaching out. I wasn't following up. I got off my game. And you kind of need to run this like a business to make it pay like a business. If you're doing it as a hobby, which is totally fine, it will pay like a hobby, okay? Getting to, you know, corporate events, team trainings, these types of things are very important. You know, I can see the number of viewers right now. It's 39. I think we started with 48. And, you know, life gets in the way, and I understand that. But 150 people approximately, right, Nina? Didn't that many people actually say they were going to do it? Yes. And that's a lot of life happening. You know, things do get in the way, and hopefully people will watch the replay. But what will bug me is all the people that had the opportunity to watch the replay and then say, well, where do I go from here? How do I get to Ruby? And I'm going to say, well, watch this video. And all of you watching, do the same thing. Because everyone had the same opportunity to get on this call. And if life got in the way, then they should be able to watch, you know, an hour. It's actually exactly 1 hour since the technical difficulties passed. So, you know, they can watch this too and read up and get informed. Be a walking billboard. All you need is one shirt, if that. If you don't have money to buy a t-shirt, get a lanyard and laminate one of these and wear it around, and on the back you could, right where your information, you could say, ask me. And it looks like a VIP type of label, or you people walk it around if they work somewhere. So, you know, it kind of catches your eye. I wear it. I almost strangle myself at the gym with it sometimes. But in the beginning, that's all you need is, you got these that come in your starter kit. You have the Glitz cards. Get a car magnet or a decal if you want. The magnets are a lot less expensive. And I like to slap them on my friends' cars when we go driving somewhere, like, okay, perfect, just don't forget it. But the t-shirt, guys, when people say that they put so much money into this business, it's ridiculous how many people I run into that spent a fortune at the It Works store. You don't need all of this stuff to be successful. You need you, and it sounds dirty, but you need your mouth. Like, you need to be talking about this and be confident and excited and happy. If you're like, oh yeah, you know, so what do you do for a living? Oh, you know, I do this, and this. What do you do? Oh, I sell those wraps. Yeah. I mean, like, no one's gonna, I wouldn't want to buy from that person. They seem like they hate this. So, you know, your eyes should kind of light up and people will catch on to that. All those people that are your haters, they're going to come around eventually, or they don't matter at all, you know. So don't give up. I feel like I'm ending it and I'm trying to, like, scramble for things because I feel like we just didn't go over enough, Nina. It's so crazy. We should just do these more often. Maybe to Ruby to Emerald or something.
Definitely should do s'mores more often. So,
You should.
yeah. I would
You
like to
have
add just a
any
couple.
thoughts? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to add just a couple things onto there really quick. Like you were just talking about, use your mouth, people. Open your mouth. If your mouth is open, your business is open. If your mouth is closed, your business is closed. Don't post one time on social media, assume that everybody saw it, and then never mention it again. Or don't mention it and then, an hour later I've seen some really foul mouth posts on Facebook, a couple hours after an It Works post. Try to get out of the habit of using social media as your dirty laundry outlet. Stop with the negativity. Social media can be used to spread positivity or negativity. Don't be one of the ones spreading the negativity. If you've got it and you're having a crummy day, write it down. Not on Facebook, just have a notepad, write it down. Complain about it to your friends. Stop posting on Facebook with all the negativity. It turns people off. Think about the person that you signed up with. What did they do to get you about wanting to do this? Were they excited about it and got you excited? There is no secret to signing people up. If you're passionate and excited, again, people want to buy into your passion and excitement. So remember that. Personal results. You absolutely must fall in love with this company and the products. You fall in love with the company by going to corporate events. You fall in love with the products by using them. If you have not done a full treatment on yourself, that needs to be the next thing you do as soon as you're done watching this webinar. Go and do a full treatment of wraps on the same area. How can you tell people to do a full treatment when you haven't done one yourself? I can't imagine having the success I've had or the passion I have for this company if I had never gotten my results from all 4 wraps. Also one thing I wanted to add too is being personal. Absolutely utilize social media, but don't get stuck on it. Don't do this for 2 weeks, a month, whatever, and all you've done is post once or twice on Facebook and you spammed all your people in your inbox. You know what I mean? Like, that's not trying. That's not working. Be personal. Reach out to people. Private message them. Yes, absolutely post on social media, but blitz. I really wanted to add really quick one thing to that. All these things that you're doing should be IPAs, income producing activities. But your goal with this business is to get the wrap on people. Okay? So when you blitz somebody, when you post on Facebook, when you private message them, your goal should be to get the wrap on them. Obviously, if they're local, if it's somebody out of state, then clearly to enroll them as a customer or a distributor. But if there's somebody local, figure out when you can get the wrap on them. Do not word vomit on people when you're blitzing. Nothing should come out of your mouth about the products. If it's not on the blitz card, it doesn't come out of your mouth. If they've got a ton of questions, just like me and Casey's role play, what did I do? She started asking me these questions. I said, when can I wrap you? Because that hour that you have to get the wrap on the person is when you talk about the products, is when you talk about the distributor program, is when you talk about the customer program. Save all of that for when you're wrapping them, not in a Facebook post, not in a word vomit, whatever it is. Be mindful again. I can't stress enough. I want to see you guys being personal and taking people on an adventure. Stop being spammy. Don't send people a ton of images. Don't post a ton of images with no wording. Stuff like that just looks tacky and spammy. So be thoughtful. Take people on an adventure. But again, remember what your goal is, and that's to get the wrap on people. You get the wrap cash. As Casey mentioned, don't lose money with this business. Set your auto shipment to have wraps. Use those wraps to get on people. And you're making your money back on a profit. But then those people that you're getting wraps on are your potential customers and potential distributors. They're always a potential. It's not for you to decide what they're going to do. It's up to them. But you've got to get the wrap on people. We are wrapologists, as we say, for a reason. We're not, just post on social media people. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to get out there. You've got to utilize both. Don't get stuck behind the computer screen thinking about it all day, as Casey says. We are all guilty of it. And that is, we can spend an entire day thinking about this instead of doing anything. I'll tell you what, I've spent the past 11 days thinking about this. I have not done crap the past 11 days because I've been working so hard for the past 5 months nonstop. I've needed to kind of take it down a notch. But guess what, guys? I haven't signed up one person. When I don't physically write out my steps and I do not contact people, nothing happens. This is not going to fall into your lap. You know, this is networking. And part of networking is opening your mouth, talking to people, getting the rap on people. And sometimes you have to start that conversation again. Don't be spammy. Don't be unthoughtful and just say, have you tried that crazy rap thing? You know, start a conversation, talk to people, and then you bring up what you're doing. It's a natural thing to come up. But, you know, really focus on getting the rap on people and opening your mouth and getting out of your comfort zone, because as we all know, outside of the comfort zone is where the magic happens. You have to get a little uncomfortable sometimes, and it's scary, but boy, is it worth it.
Dude, you know how many times I had rap sessions? Man, I should have done this lighting the whole time. It's so much nicer than this.
Oh, I've got like a light bulb coming out of my head. It's kind of
Oh
like
my gosh.
something.
Oh, and this hair. What is? Okay.
Yeah, ball
Anyway,
boy.
when I was rapping people, I had, you know, rap sessions, so I invited people into my homes and my house, and I would. One day I will have homes, plural, but I'd have them over, and I remember thinking, please, please, please have results. Please have results. I'm freaking out. Like the 45 minutes, you know, I'm talking to them. You should all have this in your kit. You just kind of go over it, and there's notes. You know, there's places where you can, you know, write your notes while you're holding it up. On the other side is everything you've written down, so don't feel like you have to memorize it all. You know, they'd have results, and you know, something that you want to do is put those pictures side by side, take them in good lighting, take them at a good distance, because you can always zoom, but you can't zoom out. And you know, when you're putting them together, what I do, and this is not fake, I'm always like, all right, yeah, I can't wait to show you, and then I just flip it around and I just let them look. Now, a lot of people, if you don't see that instant whoa reaction, it's because maybe there was minimal change, or maybe they're finally seeing their belly at an angle that they have never seen before. I mean, think about it. Do we ever take a picture of our stomachs down on our knees? Is where I'm on my knees and I'm taking the picture, you know, to be eye level. I'm never eye level. If I take a dang picture of myself, my camera's up here. I'm sucking it in, you know. I mean, if I were to hold up my laptop like this, I don't know, there's not a good lighting, but like, see how much thinner I look right there? You know, so I would never, you know, just keep that in mind. I wouldn't take a picture like that. So, you know, give them a moment and then point out what you've seen, or they might just go, wow. If they're just staring at it, then I would say, do you see what I see? Are you looking? You see that? And then I'm like, do you see that? Like, I'm excited and I see it. And then, you know, while, you know, I gotta say it because we're skipping, and I know we're going over the time here, but this is a dry wrap, and I take this around with me everywhere. And while I am putting this on people, I tell them that you are getting a quarter of a full treatment. You're getting one. They're sold 4 to a box for a reason. You're getting a treat. 4 is a treatment. You may see results with this first one. Regardless, you're going to have, it's great for your skin, it's great for your body, and you're going to want to do 4. I highly encourage a full treatment, and I let them know because that's the reality. It didn't cause, you know, whatever they have or their problems aren't from one bad meal. One wrap isn't going to fix all of their problems. Years. Months and weeks of, you know, things accumulating, or 9 months of a pregnancy. So, you know, I also don't like to post before and afters of just one wrap. Every now and then I do it, but I've had so many people that I wrap and they're like disappointed when they have phenomenal results, but they're disappointed because all they've ever seen posted are one result and jaw-dropping, you know, before and after. So they expect that theirs are going to be the same. I like to do before and afters of 4 so that when they don't see that change that they were hoping for, you know, I reassure them and encourage them, you have to keep doing them. It took 4 for me. Nina's results are perfect. And they've gone viral. They're so popular because it's 4. Same lighting, same bathing suit. You know, that's the type of stuff that you want to make sure that you have to show people. But Nina had it right. You wrap the map. You have to have that wrap session. Most of my customers and distributors have come from one-on-one rap sessions. Your market might not be a rap event. Your rap event, maybe no one wants to come. That's okay. You might be better off doing one-on-ones. Contact every single person that cannot come to your launch event and say, I have these dates and times. Which one works best for you? Please don't use let me know. They will never let you know. Make them select a choice. Give them options and let them choose an option. It's the same thing with children. You know, you kind of have to give them some options, and then they feel like they're in control with the response. And, you know, when you're wrapping them, again, you are your best sales tool. So talk about how much fun you're having. Talk about what you're doing. And if you have difficulty enrolling distributors, please, I would be more than happy. I can't be there all the time. But even Nina, any of your Diamond uplines, do a 3-way conference call. Say, listen, I've got a teammate that's been doing this longer than me. Would you be willing to get on the phone with them? And we can explain, you know, the signing up process, and you're on the line and you can hear everything so that you can do it next time on your own. I wish I had had that when I started, and we have this for you. We do these calls, these Google Hangouts, these trainings, not for us, for you. So take advantage of what we have to offer, because we didn't have that. So, you know, wrap the map. Get this wrap on as many people as you can. Keep it simple. Watch training videos. Watch the, you know, go on the videos and stuff. I can't stress it enough. Educate yourself and do some personal growth. Go to a quiet place if you can find one and learn how to be a better person. Because, like Nina said, you have to take the focus off of you and in helping other people, even if it's just a set of customers that you're starting with. And the moment you realize that how much you have in front of you will be the moment your business will explode, because people are drawn to good people. It's not the nice guys finish last. The nice guys finish first in this business. You have to learn to be a good person, how to talk to people without coming off kind of rude and snotty. Well, it's not called it works for no reason. Duh, it works. I mean, some people just, you know, I'm like, no, it's like a train wreck right in front of me. And yes, like Nina said, be your Facebook post, be attractive. Be the type of person you want on your team. And don't whine and complain if you aren't giving it your all, folks. Do not whine and complain. Remember why you started. You're brand new. If you're watching this call was for you. We want to see you succeed. We want you to be where we are at in a few years. And in order to do that, you have to work. It's easy work. It's time consuming. I mean, like this tonight, I mean, my husband's out on the couch watching TV and my kids are in bed, and I'm sure he's just like, when is she going to be done so I can go lay down? You know, like you have to make those investments. And I feel like a broken record, because it's hard for us, Nina and myself and many others, to, you know, we kind of say the same thing over and over and over again and just hope that someone out there grabs it. So if you're listening to this, I know the amount of viewers keeps trickling down because it's getting late. Please post an aha moment to the Team Extreme Rap Attack page. If you were on this call, I would love to hear from you. And then post to your Facebook about something. I mean, right now, I might even just do it. I want to take a picture of my screen. And wait, there you go. To make me on there. Okay.
Look. Yeah, look. I didn't look. Look again.
Oh, I look creepy right there. Let me try this again.
Okay.
Okay, that was better. And you know, I'm gonna say how much fun I'm having. And so, what you want to do is you want to kind of do the same. I mean, you don't have to take a picture of Nina and myself and post it because it's Nina and myself. But you know, it could. Wait. Right on it. How do I take it? Okay, here I have an idea. Nina, go ahead and start talking because I'm getting really close to the screen.
Oh, okay. How is this working? And while she's taking that picture, I'll just add on there that I really hope that every single one of you celebrate yourself. Celebrate where you are. Celebrate being a distributor. Celebrate being an executive and a Ruby. Celebrate every single moment of this business because it's phenomenal and exciting and amazing. Don't make this not fun. You know, if you feel like it's not getting fun, then do something fun. Try a product. Do a silly Facebook post. Have fun with this business. You know, fall in love with the company and the products, but celebrate yourself. Don't think you have to run a marathon and catch up with everybody. Me and Casey have been doing this for 3 years, 3 years to go presidential and triple diamond. You know, you will get there. Just don't feel like you're doing something wrong. I always tell people to take a look in the mirror. I would like to read one quick thing, Casey. I think you got your photo up there. I would really like to. Yay! I'm probably like, but
Oh, that's really good. Wait, let me see. Yeah, you're smiling. You can take a selfie of you on the computer.
Sweet. Crystal Cook posted this a day or two ago, and oh my God, I wish there was a love button. I was just jumping up and down, going, yes, yes. This is out of GoPro. So again, especially if you're green or you're really into personal development, this is something you absolutely need to buy. But she highlighted this, and I really want to just take a moment and read this because I think it's extremely important for people to understand this with network marketing. Because network marketing, we didn't talk about this. This is not a job opportunity. This is a business opportunity. You have to have an entrepreneurial spirit to be able to go into this. Maybe you don't start off with that, but you're eventually going to get into that mode, and same thing with the people that you're talking to. So it says there are 3 primary elements to your network marketing business. First, you have the company's products. If some people are successful in marketing those products and you're not, it isn't the product's fault. In other words, everyone in your company has the same products to offer the public. So you can't blame the products. The product works, people. The company's been around since 2001. I've personally experienced phenomenal results. I'm constantly blown away by what the products can do. Products work. It's how you present them and how you use them and make them personal. Second, you have the company compensation plan. If some people are making a lot of money and you're not, it isn't the compensation plan's fault. There isn't one plan for men and one for women. There isn't one plan for different age groups or educational backgrounds or for the color of your skin. The compensation plan is the same for everyone. And that's a big, huge thing for me, because there are going to be months where you don't make money. There are going to be months when you break even. It's not all about the paycheck. And that's why I said you can't get caught up in being too red. You're going to have months where you don't bring in a lot of money. If I had quit over the months that I was not bringing in money or putting in $100 just to make $300, that went on for probably over a year. You know, another year of not even making a diamond pay. You know what I mean? Or the averages. Don't look at those averages. Look at what you're doing to grow your business and what you're doing to pour into your team, because you pouring into your team will make that paycheck grow up. But just know there are going to be some months that just suck financially. So just know that and figure out what you're going to do the next month to change that, because you have complete control, which brings me into the third element. The third element is the most important, and that element is you. You are really the only variable. Everyone has the same product and the same compensation plan, but you are going to be the difference between success and failure. That means right here and right now, you need to take full responsibility for your network marketing business. Decide today never to blame anyone or anything else for your lack of results. So it's not easy to do, to take responsibility for it. It's the actions that you are doing. You have control over what you're doing in your actions, and that is what is going to propel your business and your success with this. You can have success with it works. Even if you're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to have months that are more successful than others, but it's all on you and your shoulders and how you deal with it. It's how you roll with the punches. It's how you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and keep going forward. But don't sit and think this isn't for you. You know, there's a great Michael Polk video that he did that talked about that too. There's, of course, a lot of yelling involved, which I love, but I won't yell at you guys. But just, you know, like I said, I just really want everybody to walk away from this knowing that whether it takes you a year or a month or 5 to hit your goals, keep moving forward. And if, you know, things are not working right, you have to take a step back, look in the mirror, and figure out how to adjust the wind in your sails, and then keep moving forward. You know, reach out to those of us who have been in it for a long time. I know myself personally, I've been through everything under the sun, and I've never quit because I was too passionate about the products and the company. So you are going to have some days that are better than others. But like I said, this is on you. Embrace it. Run with it. It's an amazing opportunity. Please don't let it pass you by, and don't get discouraged, and don't be in this for 1 or 2 weeks and then turn around and inbox me or your upline and tell them you're ready to quit. You got to give this more time. So just embrace that. Stop worrying about the time clock and how many months and weeks or whatever have passed, and take this time to fall in love with the products, be plugged in, and fall in love with the business. And all these fabulous friendships that you're going to make along the way are just priceless.
Thank you so much for being on this call with me, Nina. I love you. I'm so proud of you. Triple Diamond! I'm so excited. And thank you all for watching. We will have the link for replay a little bit later tonight. Enjoy your families. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please post an aha moment, something that stood out to you on the Team Extreme Rapid Tag page. Love you guys.
Love y'all. Thank you.
Bye.
Casey.